A baby Pennywise cake, that is what we are creating today. Isn't he adorable, you guys? Let's get started. Hey everyone, my name is Jessica Chastain. Welcome to Koalipops. Let's get into it. Now this cake actually came up as an idea last year. Pennywise cake that I created last year sat in my fridge for 3 weeks because nobody would eat it. There were too many cakes. Everybody was sick of cake, so it just sat there. And I knew that I was gonna have to throw it away, so I decided that I really wanted it to catch a second wind, and so I used it for a second cake and reuse it to create another Pennywise cake, a baby Pennywise cake, much like the baby cakes that I've created before. So I took my Pennywise face, I added a few more details to make it as cute as I could, and then I wrapped it in a baby's blanket, and voila, this terrifying monster was created. I really like the idea for this cake. I hated how it turned out because the face is so ugly. It's like if you took the buns out of the oven a little bit too soon and they're not ready. This is the kind of bun you want to put back in the oven. Then you want to like chain up the oven, burn the whole kitchen down. So that's why I decided to create an adorable version of this. Now to create this cake, I'm starting with a 6-inch half dome cake and an egg-shaped cake. Where can you get this cake? You can't get it anymore. I think they discontinued it. I've seen it sold on Amazon used, but if you can't find this cake shape, you can probably use a rectangular cake. You are going to have a ton of scraps when you create the egg shape though. I'm going to work on the body a little bit, just cut a little bit down. And when I was doing this, I realized I could use the scraps from my egg-shaped cake to create the bottom of my baby Pennywise. After that, it was time to do all of the cake basics. Now, I love Pennywise. I loved it chapter 2, and I've created so many Pennywise cakes. I created the regular version, I created the Georgie version, the toy version, and then I created a Pikachu version for my birthday one year. I loved it. And all of these cakes always felt very scary, and so I wanted to do something very different. And so I decided to make him adorable. Maybe in like an alternate universe, Pennywise isn't a terrible turtle monster. Maybe in another dimension, he's cute and he's loving, and maybe he's like your best friend, but not like Chucky, where he says he is, but like Barney the dinosaur, where like he actually is your best friend. I added white fondant to the top of my cake to create Pennywise's face, and this is where all my fondant work began. Now the thing that I really liked about creating this cake was that I used the same colors as every Pennywise cake that I've created, except I didn't have to paint anything. It was kind of like the Pikachu cake that I created. All of the features were just pure fondant color and not food coloring magic sauce paint. Oh, look how giant that head is. I love it. Usually my baby cakes are created with half dome cakes, and then I wrap the entire cake with a blanket of fondant, but I knew that his head had to be huge, so that's why I went with my egg-shaped cake, just to give it a little bit more forehead space. His forehead is huge. His forehead's bigger than my entire apartment. I wrapped him in a blanket, added some hands. Oh, I wanted them to look a little bit evil, that's why they're like claw hands. And then I started to add all of Pennywise's features. Now, baby cakes are my favorite because of the blanket. Now, like all of my baby cakes, all of the detail is on the head. Because it's wrapped in a blanket, I don't have to worry about creating the body. I just wrap it in a blanket and I'm done. Simple, simple. And my favorite of all of my baby cakes is actually the baby Michelle Obama and baby George W. Bush. I don't know. It's the simplest of all my baby cakes, but the idea that these two are friends in real life, it just gets me. It makes me so happy. I added the Pennywise makeup, and then I started to add his eyes. Oh, look. And I didn't realize how much of an impact these little eyebrows make. They just make him look so innocent, don't they? It makes all the difference. We got a little itty bitty Pennywise nose, and then I'm gonna add 4 catch lights just to make him look extremely happy. The more catch lights, the glossier his eyes look and the happier he just looks. Once I finished with that, it was time to finish my cake. Now to finish this cake off, I'm just adding a little bit more detail to the blanket. So I added sprinkles. I decided to add some red balloons because that's Pennywise's favorite. I also forgot to add his tooth. And then I just added a hint of gore with a little bit of red food coloring and some piping gel. Just a little bit, you know, not too much, but just like he's a little bit dangerous. And voila, my Pennywise cake was complete. What do you think? I love it. It is so different than any of the other Pennywise cakes that I've created. I know a lot of you guys don't like the gory stuff that I do, so this is kind of for you too. Just something very cute for Halloween. Oh, I feel so bad for cutting into it. Usually when I'm creating a Pennywise cake, I like to murder them, but not this one. Now this is going to be the last week of all my Halloween content because I want my videos to gain a little bit of traction before the holiday ends. So you've got 2 more Halloween cakes coming to you this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments what other baby cakes you'd like to see me create. Do you want like a baby Ariel or a baby Cinderella? I love you guys. I will see you very soon. Bye.